俺参上。
戦こうが抗おうが無駄だ。
Doctors, and fellow hunters. It is time. The long-awaited Arknights collaboration with Monster Hunter will be live on the 7th of September. Titled, A Flurry to the Flame, and is set in the country of Higashi. I'm a bit confused that Arknights Global didn't mention anything about this collab until a few days before its release. But anyway, both Monster Hunter and Arknights are my favorites, so I'm happy with this collab. Okay, now for the real deal. In this event we will get 3 new operators. Yato with Kirin armor and dual blades. Noir with Rathalos armor and longsword. And Terra a search commission which consists of 3 different felines. It's so sad my beloved weapons didn't make it into Arknights. But anyway, these operators are considered super limited. This means unless Arknights has a second collaboration with this IP, there's no way you can get these operators if you miss their debut. But luckily Arknights is being generous like the previous collab banner. With 120 pulls you are guaranteed to get Yato, and suffice to say Noir too. Alright, let's see the new operator's ability. Kirin Yato is our third 6-star executor specialist. As a dual blade main she specializes in dealing DPS and multiple enemy handler with her skill 2 and 3. And without a doubt a very good fast redeploy option. Now let's see Noir who is our 5-star Musa guard. Unlike other Musa, he actually has a different talent 1. And have a second talent which is rare for a 5-star. Much like how longsword is supposed to be. He's a good DPS unit with the ability to nullify attacks. And rest easy, he won't flinch other operators. Lastly the felines who are the event free operator. They're a 1-star flinger sniper. And are pretty much a meme unit. Alright, let's see about the new skins. We have a skin for the felines. And 3 new Higashi themed outfits. The skin for the felines cost 18 PO. And this is a limited collab skin. Then for the other 3. First of all we got a skin for Scene and Lens. Then a skin for Mint. And surprisingly a third skin for Suzerain. Hypergriff really loves her. For the Rerun skin, we have Schwartz and Liskam Raytheon skin. For the event mechanics and enemies, we'll be fighting some local wildlife and also monsters from Monster Hunter. To help you in battle there are some deployable devices available. But you can only bring 2 of them per battle. Worth to note that the wire bug will redeploy your ops. So the redeployed ops will land with their HP at max and all of their initial SP. Or the one with passive skill will immediately use it. Very useful for heli drop unit like Yato, Tex Assaulter and Serta for example. Now for the enemies. Some enemies have a weak point, either on their front or backside. To avoid damage reduction, make sure to hit their weaknesses. Fast redeploy unit like Yato is very useful to engage enemy in their weak point. Or you can also use the wire bug. Okay, the most common enemy you'll see is this goat. It isn't tough and always appears in a calm state. But after some time or upon taking hits, it along with surrounding goats will become aggressive. doubling their movement speed and might catch you by surprise. Next one. Pretty much that average hound in every event. And it can hit nearby goat to make them aggressive. There's a mini Pompeii. They are weak, but their attacks deal burn elemental damage. So bringing a wandering medic is a good idea. Next up is a claw beast, pretty much your bulky Joe in the event. Next one. Another bulky Joe, but his weak point is on the back. Next up the burb. Some of them spawn carrying an animal carcass, which they will throw at your operators, dealing massive damage. That can kill almost every ranged unit. They also usually spawn in great number. Deployment order and anti-air unit is very important. Or you can also use flash grenade to knock them down. Next up, those freaking bull. They act like a Sarkaz Lancer and can only be blocked by 2 block unit. I recommend you slow them down instead of letting them charge to your op head on, especially in the extreme stages. Moving on, the spine beast. If you want to block and attack them, make sure there's no one near their quill-filled back. Next up the sly beast. They can kill a claw beast and use its shell to protect their weak point. They also have the ability face the direction with the most operators. Luckily you can use flash grenade to make them drop the shell. Then we have the boss, our good old Wyvern Rathalos. Can't have a collab without him. So, Rathalos have various ways to attack your operators, and is especially dangerous when he flies and enters his second phase. But he's not really a tough boss. Once he starts flying you can use a flash grenade to drop him down, and it will be your best chance to defeat him. While he's on the ground you can also attack him from behind to cut his tail. Also, all stages with Rathalos have 2 sections. The first section and the nest section. If I remember it right, Rathalos won't enter the blue box in first section. But if you let Rathalos move into a specific tile he'll return to his nest, where he'll be in a sleep state, and move into the blue box after some time or once you attacked him. Clearing all the event stages for the first time will give a good 31 PO. The event currency and shop in this event is quite different. Clearing the event stages will give you melding materials, which you can use to transmute into various items as rewards. But the item you'll receive is random. There's no material drop in this event stages. You only farm the event stages for the melding materials. To increase the melding mats drop every day during the event, you can pay 200 LMD to eat one of the 5 following meals, which gives 20 sanity and gives additional melding material upon clearing event stages for the first time after eating a meal. If I remember this right, it doesn't matter which one you choose. All meals are equivalent to 60 melding points. But look at the bright side, it's not a dango only diet. Okay, this event will also bring some new modules. For blast casters, push stroker, Yato and Noir, and a second module for siege and shining. Now one thing to note about this module batch. According to what I've seen in Arknights JP news, Enforcer won't get his module yet. This is because his module unlock mission requires you to beat a guide ahead event stage with him. But since Arknights Global do collab event first before guide ahead rerun, and thus guide ahead stages are unavailable, you will have to wait for that rerun event if you want to unlock his module. Truly a Yosta moment. Next up, the announcement of a new seasonal mode. It's called Reclamation Algorithm. Released at the same time with the collab. Honestly, I don't like Yosta overlapping event like this. It's not a good idea. Especially this mode is quite time consuming. But putting that aside, I enjoy this mode a lot. And I hope it will return after maybe some tweaks here and there. I can't get into the detail in this video, but it is basically a mode where you can build your stage or base and defend it against the incoming enemy horde, with some roguelike elements into it, and somehow referred as Endfield Alpha Test. In this mode you'll need to collect resources to build fortifications, making food to buff your operators, and energy drinks to keep your operators energized so you can use them. Fast redeploy like Yato is godsend for this mode. Someone with a wide range and Dorothy S3 are also useful, since this stage has a fog of war mechanisms. There are a lot of milestone rewards for this, and the ultimate prize of this event is a second skin for our Goddess of Victory Palace. For the freebies that you'll get in the event, there's a free 10x pull ticket for Monster Hunter Collab banner. There's a daily login rewards and the final prize is another 10x pull ticket. There's a new furniture theme. And lastly some new packs. Well, I guess that's all about it. So what are we waiting for? Grab your life savings and prove yourself worth the title of a hero. That should be all. Adios.